I don't know if you realize this, but there is something that you might be doing after that breakup that is a huge mistake. Something that can be costing you big. It can be something that is really taking time off of your healing journey. It can be robbing you of your peace, your joy, and just the destiny that God has for you. Sis, if you are ready to move on to what is next for you, come back and listen to this episode and find out what this big mistake is. So if you're making it, you can stop. Hey sis, welcome to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Are you hurt and confused after a recent breakup? Are you having thoughts like, I can't believe I'm here again. Why wasn't I enough for him? Or I'm never going to get married? Do you find yourself Googling how to get past the breakup or how to heal my broken heart? Do you start your morning feeling like you can finally breathe again, only to fall apart when you see a picture of your ex on social media? Hey sis, I'm Candace. I too was a single Christian woman who was heartbroken but still desired marriage. I too had numerous failed relationships and wished the right man would come along. I wanted closure from past relationships, healing for my heart, and I wanted to feel joy in my life again. But the truth is, I had no idea where to start or how to make any of this happen. Until I found the secret, partnering with God to heal from heartbreak. In this podcast, you will find tips for moving on after breakups, growing your relationship with God, and preparing for future relationships so that you will heal your heart and be ready to move forward into the life you desire. So turn off those heartbreak songs and turn me up in those earbuds. It's time to heal, sis. Hey sis, and welcome back for another episode. Thank you for joining me on today. I'm so excited to get into today's episode. It is no doubt going to be super helpful and beneficial for you on your healing journey. Before we jump in, I just want to remind you to please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening. And if you haven't yet, please go and leave a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. It really helps the show and it really helps other women just like you to find the show. So don't keep this to yourself. Go ahead, leave that review, write a little something, let us know what you think. Also, sis, you heard me mention that we are having a workshop, sis. Oh yes, our first live and completely free workshop, okay? It is a heart healing workshop and it is going to teach you what to do after a breakup. So I know we talk a lot about this on the podcast, but we are really going to dig into some things for a whole hour and it's going to be great. I'm going to give you some tips and tools that's really going to help you move on after your breakup. And I'm also going to be giving away some prizes, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And it's going to be such a great time where we'll be able to just come together. I'll get to meet some of you, and it's going to be great. And you can actually register right now. I have a link in the show notes, so go ahead, register, save your seat because you won't want to miss this. And on Tuesday, I forgot to announce that I was telling y'all about these 2 episodes a week and all of that, but I forgot to tell y'all that this is part of a series. We are doing a series called the Move On series. So for 4 weeks, we're going to be really digging into the things that are going to help you move on, telling you what you need to know. So Tuesday's episode and this episode are the first 2 episodes of this series. So if you did not listen on Tuesday, go back, listen to that episode. It's a really good one. It pours a little foundation for where we're going next, all right? So today's episode, this is something that I've actually been wanting to talk about. And I just thought now was the perfect time because I am hearing a lot of things from a lot of people. You know, we have been talking a lot about the exes lately just because I hear a lot about it. So I want to address that. I'm talking about this one mistake right now that could really, really cost you on your healing journey. I'm talking about cost you big. For some people, it can cost you months. And for some people, it can even cost you years on your healing journey, keeping you from healing and moving forward for months or years. Sis, we don't want this. We don't want this process to take any longer than it actually needs to. So just to jump right on in, the one big mistake is looking to your ex to heal you. looking to your ex to heal you. And you might be like, sis, what do you mean? I don't need him to heal me. I'm not looking at him to heal me. I just got questions. I just, there's just some things, but I'm not looking at him to heal me. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see if this is you or not. I did this. And, truthfully, at the time, I didn't know that's what I was doing. But hindsight is 2020, which is why I can tell you now that it's a mistake and that I did it and you might be doing it too and you don't even realize it. I can now see the signs very clearly that that's what I was doing. And God revealed that to me during my season when I was healing, after I got over all the initial things and I was actually open to hearing from God. That is something that he revealed to me. Before I get into those signs, I just want to say that you can't look to the source of your pain to be the source of your healing. Okay, if your ex was the source of your pain, he absolutely can't be the source of your healing, sis, because it's very likely that he's still causing the pain. All right, and so you cannot look in the place that hurt you to heal you. That's just, it doesn't make sense, for one, and it's not practical. It's not going to happen. That's just the gist of it all. It's not going to happen. Again, I might be sounding a little brutal right now, but I'm telling you what I know. Because I tried it, didn't work. God revealed to me that, hey, this is what you're doing, and it didn't work. So I want to save you from that. I want to save you from that pain and from making this mistake that's going to keep you stuck where you are even longer. So when you look to your ex to fix what you feel is broken or to fill a void or voids, you will be disappointed every time, sis. Every time. And you will never heal as long as you do this. So let's really take a second to think about it, all right? So aside from your ex being the person who's causing you pain, the other reason that this is problematic is because he's only human, all right? So I've talked about this before too. He's only human. This is not an excuse for him. This is not to say that what he did or how he hurt you, it doesn't make it okay, but he is only human. Because he's only human, you can't expect him to do a God thing. And you can't even do this on your own. So you can't expect him to do it and you can't do it yourself. The whole healing process, yeah, you have to walk through this process yourself, but the healing, the actual healing of your heart comes from God. So he can't do it. You can't even do it. So at least let him go on that. By let him go, I mean, stop looking to him for the healing. So the two biggest signs that you're looking to your ex to heal you are this. One, you feel like you can't move on without closure. You have to know why. You're like, I just have questions. I don't want him to heal me, but I need him to answer these questions. Well, sis, if that's what you need those questions answered, you need that closure from him, then you are looking to him for healing because you, in your mind, think that his answers to your questions are going to make you feel better, are going to make you feel like you have a reason for what happened. You're thinking they're going to make you feel better and make you feel whole or make you feel like give you a better understanding. All these things that you think are going to heal you. And that's not going to happen. I struggled with this for a little while after that 2015 breakup. I was like, he got to talk to me. I need to know why. I need him to answer the questions. I did a whole episode on it about some things to do instead of seeking closure from your ex. All right. So I'll link that in the show notes. But if you are one of those people who are like, I just need to talk to him. I just need closure. I just need to know why. I just need him to answer my questions. Then that is one sign that you are looking to your ex to heal you. The second sign is that you think if the two of you get back together, then everything will be fine and you'll be all right. Did this too, sis. I had that thought. I was like, you know what? I know we had these issues. I know we had these problems, but if we can talk and work this out and get back together, then it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I thought that, like, seriously, in my mind, I thought that that would be true. And I'm so glad that God did not allow me to talk to my ex. I'm so glad that he did not allow us to get back together at that time because I had real healing work that needed to be done. And I would not have done that if we would have gotten back together. Though things would not have been better, they may have been better for just like a little while, a little honeymoon period, but I would have made excuses for it to be better because I know what the pain would be to lose him again. It's painful. We're not going to lie about that. This is painful. Losing the person that you love is painful. And there's no shame in that. But at the same time, what would you rather? Do you want to live this less than life with your ex because you don't want to experience pain? We grow in our painful seasons, sis. We get to grow closer to God. We get to grow as a human being, as a woman, as the person that God created us to be so that we can live the abundant life. Do you want the abundant life or you just want an okay status quo life? I mean, that's the question you have to ask yourself. So if you are thinking, you know what, if we could just get back together, I know we can work this out. I'll be better. I'll feel better. Everything will be fine. I made a mistake. Like, sis, take a moment. You need to process some things. You need to work through the pain and go forward. Okay? So I can tell you neither of these things will heal your broken heart, sis. But those are the two major signs that you are looking to your ex to heal you. So your only remedy is God. That's it. He is the source of your healing, sis. He is the source. He is the one who is going to mend your broken heart. And you may be wondering, like, what does this look like? I have no idea how to, think about this and how to let God do this thing for me. But it's going to take some surrendering. It's going to take some trusting and trusting him to be the source. The how is up to him. But the what, the healing is the what. I want to be healed is what you're saying. Then you need to just go to him and allow him to lead you in this. So he's the source of your healing. Now he will lead you to resources for healing, such as things like books and therapy, coaching, workshops even, and other resources like people and maybe sermons and inspirational videos and things like that will be your resources, things that he will use to plant seeds or water seeds. There's a scripture, and I wish I would have looked it up before, but there is a scripture in the Bible about it's probably Paul, don't quote me on that either though, but I think it was Paul who was saying like someone plants and someone waters, but God gives the increase. And so he uses all of these resources to plant seeds in you, seeds of healing. And then he might use another resource to water the seed, but ultimately he gives the healing. He is the one who gives the healing. You can read books all day, listen to podcasts all day, get coaching all day, go to therapy all day. But if you're not partnering with God in this, then he can't give the healing. These things won't work for you if you're apart from him. Oh, and it's making so much sense now. Last weekend, I was praying and God had given me a scripture. Jesus was speaking and he was saying that I'm the vine and you're the branches. And apart from me, you can do nothing. But he was like, but if you are in me, abide in me, and I will abide in you, and you can ask for whatever you want, and it will be given to you. So if you abide in God, partner with him, then he can give you what you're asking for. He can give you a healed heart, a whole heart. He can give you those things, but you have to be in him. So he will use these resources. Again, don't discount the books, the therapy, the coaching, the workshops, the people, the sermons, all the podcasts. Like, don't discount those things, but know that you need to do that in conjunction with him. Let him lead you where he wants you to go. So always remember that God is the source. So sis, the longer you look to your ex or even another man to heal your broken heart, the more time you are wasting when you could be healed, whole, and happy. So sis, look, I did both. I looked to my ex and I looked to other men to heal me, to fill my voids, to do the things that only God could do. And none of that worked. I tried over and over again, and it never ever worked. It might feel better for a little while and you're like, oh yeah, it worked. And then when that person leaves or that relationship ends, then you're back to where you started again. You're not going to find the wholeness and the true joy and contentment in your life if you don't let God fill your voids and allow him to mend your broken heart. So when I actually did this the last time, when I looked to my ex for healing, thankfully, I only wasted about a month and a half, maybe almost 2 months in doing that. So, but some of you, sis, you're wasting many months, okay? Some of you even years. You're still replaying things in your mind, trying to figure out why he left, why he cheated, why you weren't good enough, why you want him to answer the questions. What did I do wrong? Why did you leave me? You want him to answer these questions, or you're spending all this time trying to get him to leave his ex to come back to you, or to realize that he missed a good thing and get him to come back to you. Whatever the case is, it's like you're wasting time doing that. Those things will not make you feel better. And I want you to imagine, like, I tell women all the time in the coaching sessions, when they talk about needing answers and needing closure from their ex, what is he going to say to you that's going to actually make you feel better? What can he say that makes you feel better? Because I knew for me, like, I wanted him to answer, but at the same time, when I really sat and thought about it, there were no words that were going to come out of his mouth that were going to make me feel better. So ask yourself that. And just see what comes to mind. See if you can think of one thing that will make you feel better about him doing what he did. Sis, I know this might be a little heavy. It might seem like I'm being a little harsh, but I want to be necessary. I want to take the gloves off. You need to rip the Band-Aid off, sis. And if you're one of these people who are making this mistake, I want you to stop today. And if you need help to move on from this place, I'm inviting you to join me in the free heart healing workshop, sis. Find out what to do after a breakup. We are going to be digging into some of this during the workshop. I'm going to have a workbook for you. We're going to walk through some of these things. I'm going to have you write down some things and really try to process in the moment. So come join me. Again, it's absolutely free. September 25th. It's a Monday evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, it's Monday evening for me. I know some of y'all are all around the world. I don't know all the time zones, but I hope that you can join me. Register. If you are in a place where it is some ungodly hour of the morning, I apologize, but register anyway, and at least you can get the replay. You do have to be live to get prizes and all of that, but you can at least get the replay if you register. So do that. Do it now, because if it fills up too fast, I'm going to have to shut the registration down early if it fills up too fast. So go ahead and be one of the first ones to get in there. And sis, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, I'm praying for you. I don't want to see you wasting all this time looking to your ex or another man to heal your broken heart when only God can do it. If you don't take anything else away from this episode, I want you to take away that God is the source of your healing. I want that actually to be a declaration for you. God is the source of my healing. I want you to write that somewhere where you can see it every single day. Look at it, repeat it, and say it. Say it right now with me. God is the source of my healing. Okay? Come over to the Facebook group and tell me if you are struggling with this so that I can pray for you. All right? I love you so much, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye. Hey sis, listen, if you have been blessed, changed, or inspired by this podcast in any way, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the #1 way that you can thank me and show support for the show. Also, if this podcast blessed you, don't keep it to yourself. Do a quick share and bless someone else. Please know I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I would love to hear from you. Come connect with me and other like-minded individuals in my Facebook group called Christian Women Overcoming Heartbreak and Finding Purpose. I can't wait to meet you back here really soon. Until then, remember to love the life you have while you're making it better. Love you, sis.